Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here. Welcome back to the railway and welcome back to the model railway news for August. I hope you're all having a great summer, although it doesn't seem as though the manufacturers have gone on holiday because there is tons of news to talk about this month. A few new announcements which are very exciting and a lot of development of existing announcements. Let's jump in straight away with some news from Rapido. This appeared on their social media, which I think is a soft way of announcing a new locomotive. It is the USATC Class S160, which was a heavy freight locomotive designed for work in Europe during the Second World War. Over 2,000 of these engines existed in total, and they could be found serving in Africa, Asia, and 800 of them were serving in Britain. I would guess that this project is very much in the early stages at the moment because so far Rapido have not announced any details, they've not announced any features, and even the prices are to be confirmed. However, on their post they did say that more information would be available at the end of August 2023. So do keep your eyes open, and if there is any news on that I will update you. Rapido have also just released their Liverpool and Manchester Lion locomotives, and here it is. While I don't think this looks quite as good as Hornby's, it does have some great features. The quality is very high and the performance is, I would say, literally unbeatable. I did a comparison between the Hornby and Rapido versions of the model, and if you'd like to check that out, I'll pop a link up there for you. They've also advised that their Titfield Thunderbolt sets are on the way to the UK and they will be delivered soon. So if you're interested in owning that very uniquely painted Titfield version of Lion, or if you'd like a Rapido Lion bundled with some very unique rolling stock, then this pack might be for you. And you can place pre-orders if you like. I've got affiliate links in the description. They've also revealed these 3D printed samples of their upcoming LNER Y7 locomotive. And honestly, this loco looks absolutely incredible. Seeing it at home on a layout like this shows just how tiny and cute this loco is, and that's even without any decoration on it. You can, however, see the excellent detail that this model is going to have. Cannot wait to see this thing finished off. They say that the model has now gone into tooling, which is great news. That's kind of the first major step of production, isn't it? And they say more samples are going to be on the way soon. So more excited than ever about the Y7 project. Again, I will bring you the updates as they come. They've also shared a similar sort of sample of their new E1 locomotive. This could almost be a Terrier looking at it, although obviously it is slightly larger. They say they're still refining the design, so it sounds like maybe this one hasn't gone into tooling yet. But as you can see by the images, the details are certainly there, and I can't wait to see how this project progresses as well. This one's a little bit more expensive than the Y7. It costs £140 each at the retailers, while the Y7 is priced at £123. If they're the high-spec models that I'm hoping they're going to be, then hopefully those prices will be spot on. Up next, Hattons have revealed decorated samples for their next wave of Genesis coaches, this time the GCR, the GER and the LNYR liveries. The GER looks quite similar to the LNER and GNR liveries that we've already seen, although obviously they are a little bit less teaky. I would say slightly lighter in colour as well, but with dark roof furniture, which makes an interesting contrast. The LNYR is a very unusual livery indeed, very dark colours this time, but still with the white roofs, so quite an interesting look. Looking forward to seeing what these look like paired with LNYR rolling stock. I think that will be a very interesting look. My favourites of this latest wave though are the Great Central ones. Take a look at these. Very, very elegant, almost reminiscent of the Great Western chocolate and cream, but I would say their colours are a little bit more subtle. Still amazing to me how versatile these Genesis coaches are and how different they can look in the different liveries. Incredible. These are still the same prices as before, so £33 each or £120 for a pack of 4. Up next, it seems like Dapol are moving very quickly on their Churchward Auto coaches because the first engineering sample is already on display. And here it is. You can see the detail on the bodywork very clearly, which reveals a number of separately fitted parts. Most of these seem to be made of wire or etched brass as well, so a high quality model hopefully. There's also a lot of choice in Dapol's range of auto coaches, including some which are sound-fitted coaches. I've seen that before in O gauge, never before in 00, so that ought to be quite interesting. They also have a full lighting package, making them quite impressive for just £68 at the retailers, and if you're interested in these, I've popped a link below for you. They've also revealed decorated samples for their new Hawthorne Leslie tank engines. And for me, these make for a beautiful variation on the very familiar Hornby Peckett. Just look at these things. We've only seen unpainted samples until now, and now the models have fully come to life in these liveries. And as usual from Dapol, there's a great variety of different industrial liveries here. Which is your favourite one? Please do comment down below. For me, I've got a conundrum now, because obviously I've got to choose one to review. I want all of them, but I can only really afford one. So it's going to be very difficult because a lot of these look incredible. They're cheaper than the Pecketts as well, at just £107 at the retailers. And like I say, there are tons of these to choose from, so check my affiliate links if you're interested. Accurascale say that their new Manor class locomotives are on the way very soon. In fact, I'm hearing that some places already have them in stock, so they may well be here by the time this video goes out. Stay tuned to the channel though for the review. I do have one on pre-order, so hopefully I will get that very soon. They've also announced a new Class 66 in a charity livery. This one is to raise awareness and also £10,000 for Prostate Cancer UK. It's a great looking model in a fantastic livery, but not only that, by picking it up you'll be supporting a very good cause too. So great to see Accurascale getting involved with a charity like this, and £10,000 is quite a serious amount of money, so good on them, really pleased to see that. Great models and great morals as well, I guess. It is a limited edition loco and it's available now to pre-order from Accurascale. Apparently it has special presentation packaging and also literature full of information on prostate cancer and the Prostate Cancer UK charity. So buying this model can also help you learn how to protect yourself, which is great as well. And they do say, yes, that the profits for this model are going to charity, which is great. So nice work, Accurascale. And they also say that their exclusive network rail, Class 37, is on the way very soon. And they were kind enough to drop this one round for me so that I could demonstrate it for you. And I've already got it out of the box. Just look at this thing. I say Class 37, it's technically a Class 97, which is quite interesting, but you know, clearly still a 37. And it's very cool to see this in a different livery. Obviously, this is completely unlike the BR Blue one that I looked at in my review. And like I always say, a change in livery here completely transforms the loco. But you can also see some detailed differences too, which also transform it. The underframe looks very different. Look at this textured sheet metal effect underneath the doors. That is absolutely exquisite, isn't it? And you can also see what the ends look like with some of the buffer beam detail fitted, and very complex indeed is the answer to that. This is also a DCC sound fitted version of the Accurascale Class 37, and I've always been curious to know what these sound like, so I filmed a little demo for you. Let me show you that. Well, first things first, just listen to the monstrous sound of the engine starting up. Yeah, it's an incredibly big sound for what is a very small model, you know, compared with most things making this sort of a din. Such a quality sound as well, a lot of bass. This is the first time I've ever heard one of these Accura Thrash speakers before. Let's listen to what the horn sounds like. Again, no distortion, despite the volume of the sounds. Yeah, very cool. And I guess now the only thing to do is to set the direction, and let's have a spin with it. There it goes. Oh, that sound is so great. Yeah, it's a truly wicked sound that comes from this, and of course the performance really helps to sell the illusion as well, because of how controllable this loco is, because of how smooth and slow it can go. It's just an incredibly believable illusion. I guess I should also demonstrate the stay alive as well. I mean, I got a good few seconds out of that, didn't I? So, oh, look at that as well, yeah. I wasn't expecting it to recover instantly as well, so even that is awesome. So thank you very much to Accurascale for letting me demo one of these Class 37s with sound. Very impressive sound, it must be said. Can't believe the breadth of the sound that comes out of such a small object, really. The sound-fitted Class 37s come in at £259.99, so around £100 more than the non-DCC sound versions, and if you're interested, I'll pop affiliate links in the description for you. Finally then, we have some news from Hornby, and quite big news too, where their TT range is concerned. This hasn't really been covered within the industry, but it does seem true that the TT range is no longer going to be exclusive to Hornby.com. According to an article on Cheshire Live, Hornby has selected Chester Model Centre as one of 7 UK retailers who will be allowed to stock the range going forward. What does this mean for Hornby's TT range? Is it popular and they're looking to expand? Or is it not selling very well and they're having to sell it to retailers to try and improve sales? I'm not too sure. What do you think? And who do you think the other 6 retailers might be? If you've heard that there's one near you, please comment down below, because the article did not explain who they were. Hornby's all-new Class P2 is now in stock, and I did a review of the streamlined version, as you might remember. I thought it was a fantastic model. The decoration, the detail, every aspect of the model was very, very impressive indeed. And although the asking price is obviously a little excessive, that doesn't take away from how incredible the models are. So check out that video if you like. In this video, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of one of the other versions of the Hornby P2. This is Prince of Wales, which is a model of the as yet unfinished real-life new build P2. And this model is quite different from the streamlined version that I showed on the channel last week, and a review of this version and a comparison between this and the Hornby Railroad P2 is on the way very soon. So again, stay tuned to the channel if you're interested. It's another excellent model. That's a small spoiler for you, but I think that's probably quite predictable, so I'm not worried about giving that away. Another project that has been very quiet for months and months is Hornby's new Black 5, but finally they have brought us an update in the form of a fresh engineering sample. This one just reveals basic detailing at this point, but it does show what looks to be a die-cast running plate, metal safety valves as well, and a very faithful looking set of cab detail. Some of the images also show that this has Hornby's new loco to tender drawbar design, which works very well on the P2, so I'm happy to see this carried forward to other locos. They are very expensive. The starting price is £206.99 at the retailers, and I'm hoping to learn more about the model and what it will do to justify that price as the project progresses. So again, stay tuned. Any updates I will bring straight to you. We also saw these CADs of Hornby's upcoming salmon wagons in a previous news episode. Now though, they've revealed a physical engineering sample of these models, and here it is. They actually look excellent. The detail looks exactly as fine as it did on the CADs, and the model as a result looks to be very finessed. Not too bad for the money, I would say. Quite a large wagon, of course. Can't wait for those to come through. So, tons of exciting projects on the go at the moment, lots of them on the way pretty soon by the looks of it, especially for the likes of the Dapol Hawthorne Leslies. Now that we've seen some decorated samples, they shouldn't be too long now, so can't wait for all of this stuff. If there is anything that I've missed this month and you think it deserved a mention, please do comment down below and let me know what that was, and I will look at that for next month. For now though, enjoy the rest of the summer. I will see you very, very soon for another video, and until then, you please do take care of yourselves. Okay folks, you take care. Cheers everybody.